Good morning. It's a great day. I gotta be honest with you guys. I've been hanging out with you most of this Corona season, and I've always had an envy problem. Well, at least as an adult. Not as a kid, I didn't have a problem, but as an adult, I've had this envy problem of all the cool cats on the beach who could wear their sunglasses like this and look cool with it. It's laying on top of their hair, keeping their hair in place. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that a good look or not? Sorry, talking to myself here, get lost in my thoughts. What a great day it is. I think y'all are pretty cool. I think today's a great day to just to enjoy what July has in store for us. In Indiana here, it's hotter than Hades and doesn't look to be getting any cooler anytime soon. And so a good shade tree or something like that will motivate me to be outside more so than walking in the sun. I was just thinking that wisdom is food for your soul. We've talked about several times your soul is your mind. It's not your brain, it's your mind. It's the processing of thoughts. It's your will, what am I going to do? And it's your emotions, how's that expressed? And that's what your soul is. And that soul can kind of get redirected depending on what stimulus are given to it. But um, wisdom is the ability to see life from God's perspective. In other words, to see something, process it with the mind of Christ, respond to it with the will of your new soul, and allow your emotions time to get in place. Because we can all get very emotional about things. And if we let our emotions be the drivers of our actions, then we're going to end up being foolish in our actions much more often than acting wisely. And so, how do you feed the soul? If wisdom is food for the soul, how do you feed it? Well, I saw this in Proverbs 25, verse 14. It says, it's not 25:14, it's 24:14. Sorry about that. 24:14 says, "Know that wisdom is thus for your soul." Thus is a funny word. That's a Bible word. Uh, Thus for your soul. If you find it, then there will be a future, and your hope will not be cut off. And that's kind of a big deal. Is that wisdom is for your soul to protect your soul in difficult times. Wisdom is the ability to look at a situation and see it from God's perspective rather than what your emotions are telling you, no matter what everybody else is telling you. It is the ability to be confident in who you are in the moment and respond to the situations in a truthful and honest way rather than in an emotional way. And so we're getting ready to go into an election season, and every presidential election that I can remember for the last 20 years has been basically a 50-50 split. So I can let the political system direct my soul, my emotions. It would just be a very foolish thing to let it do it. And part of that is from what God told Israel. Israel said, "God, we want a king. We want a king." And God's like, "You really don't. You don't want a earthly king." And they, "Yes, we do." And he said, "All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let you have a king." And you can go see how well that worked out if you read First and Second Kings. I'll just give you the cliff notes. It didn't work out very well when you put your hope in man, and you put your soul in the presence of man, or in the presence of another man or woman who you elected or thought you elected. You're going to be disappointed. And so the other thing is that if you get too boisterous, whatever the word is, about your political ambitions or thoughts, um, you're going to get all your friends to be the people that think just like you do, and you're not going to have any friends who offer you counter opinions because you're going to run off all those who disagree with you. So it's healthy to have friends around you that think uh, differently than you, and vice versa. It's healthy for them. And so um, when you consider the election this season, I just encourage you to not get your soul wrapped around it, um, because 50% of the people are going to be disappointed on who they voted for. That's because the other person's going to win. They may get who they wanted and find out that they're disappointed, which that's happened before as well. So you're not really voting for the direction of the world, because whoever's in the White House or whoever's in Congress isn't going to trump what God has in mind for you. So I would spend my time, rather than arguing with those I disagree with, as seeking out the wisdom of the King of Kings. And by not hooking your soul to the political system in these next few months, I got a feeling your year is going to end up a lot better. If you hook it to it, that's your choice. You go for it, but it could be very disappointing. And all I'm trying to do is keep it positive in advance here. So, you guys, please seek out the wisdom for your soul in the days ahead, because it allows you to enjoy things much better, even when they don't go your way. And my prayer for you isn't that things go your way, but you can live in the situations and enjoy God even when they're not going your way, because life's not fair. I'll see you guys.